would you stay till the morning light? Or would you follow me? Or would you let it be if I leave?
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a grocery haul with you guys, as well as some meals for the week. So here we have our staples pretty much. We've got our wheat bread and our bakery bread for the morning for breakfast. And we've also got some deli cheese, deli meat, eggs, butter, cottage cheese, and a lot of milk. My kids go through tons for some reason, like all kids I guess. Coffee creamer, orange juice, and some baby carrots, Thai salad for Pizza Friday, some frozen pizzas for Pizza Friday, and my daughter's been wanting ice cream sandwiches, yogurt, and our produce. We've got our bananas and avocados, grapes, blueberries, all the berries, strawberries, cantaloupe, and apples. And then over here, some of our meals for the week, which I'll show you guys in a little bit. We've got our, we've got our bratwurst and some buns, as well as some baby potatoes that I'm going to be roasting for a side, some onions and green peppers, and then I'm going to be making a chicken pot pie, so cream of chicken, pie crust, chicken breast, and some frozen veggies, and then some frozen peas for a side dish. And I'm going to be doing this meal here, and I'll show you guys all the meals in a little bit here, but these are just the ingredients that I was needing for those meals here. So we're also going to be doing ravioli with some garlic bread, and then some stir fry as well. And then my son also wanted a blueberry pie, so we're going to do a shortcut one of those. Lunchables, I let my kids have those once a week. Some shredded cheese, Waterloos, just some other staples over here. Ranch dressing, stevia, some parchment paper, apple juice, coffee, and cereal that I know is not good for my kids, but it was on sale, had a coupon. So it's just kind of once a week kind of thing. Some other stuff, a dog brush, some vitamins, and I believe that is it. So our first meal is going to be homemade hamburger helper. So I'm going to start off by spraying my pot with some olive oil and putting that on medium-high heat. And I'm going to saute 1 onion chopped and 1 pound of ground beef as well until that's all cooked up. And then I'm going to season this with garlic powder and chili powder. Just going to eyeball it.
Getting better day by day. Day by day. Day by day. Day by day.
And then go ahead and give that a good stir, mix that all together. And then we'll be adding 3 cups of beef broth. You'll want to go ahead and pour that in, and then increase your heat to high until it starts boiling. And once that comes to a boil, you'll want to add in 1 cup of elbow macaroni and go ahead and reduce your heat to a simmer. And you'll want to boil that for about 13 to 15 minutes until the liquid is absorbed mostly. And we're just going to serve this with a side of frozen peas. And once the noodles have finished cooking, you'll want to season that with salt and pepper to taste and remove that from the heat. And now we're going to add in 2 cups of shredded cheese and mix that well. And then you'll just let it sit for a little bit, just a few minutes, until it's time to eat. And this is what it looks like when it's all finished. It was delicious. And the next meal for the week is going to be baked ravioli and Alfredo. And I'm going to start off by spraying my 9x13 baking dish with some olive oil. And I'm using pouring a little bit of Alfredo sauce. I'm just using 1 jar for this recipe. And just spread that on the bottom of your pan. And I'm using 2 bags of frozen ravioli. So I'm gonna pour the first bag in there and just try to spread it out as evenly as you can. And then I'm gonna pour on half of the sauce that's left in the jar over the top and just try to spread that out evenly. And then I'll take my second bag of ravioli. They're the smaller bags, the 19-ounce bags, and I'm just gonna pour that right on top. Then I'm just gonna add the remaining sauce from my jar right on top. And then I added about a cup of mozzarella cheese, shredded mozzarella cheese, right on top. It was what I had left in my fridge, but it came out pretty good with just that amount. And then you'll bake it in a preheated oven that's preheated to 375 for about 20 minutes uncovered. And this is how it came out. I served it with a side salad and garlic bread. And it was definitely a good comfort meal, very delicious. And our next meal is going to be teriyaki chicken. And so I have my pan set up here, and I'm going to go ahead and heat some oil over medium-high heat. And the recipe calls for 3 chicken breasts. I've actually already cooked them and cubed them in my Instant Pot. I'm just going to go ahead and put them in the oil to brown them a little bit, give them a little bit of color just for a few minutes, and then just give them a good stir there. And I'm going to be using the Sweet Baby Ray's sweet teriyaki sauce. And again, I'm not really using measurements here with this sauce. I'm just going to kind of coat the chicken until it looks well covered. I'm just going to eyeball that. And then we're going to go ahead and stir that really well and heat it until the sauce has thickened. So once it started really bubbling, I turned the heat down some just so it wouldn't burn. And I'm just going to make this really simple with minute jasmine rice and frozen broccoli for the sides. But it was definitely a win. Really easy and yummy. And our next meal is going to be the bratwurst with peppers and onions. So I'm going to go ahead and start off making this side because it takes a lot longer. So I chopped my baby potatoes in half. I'm going to put some olive oil on there, and then season with some salt and pepper and garlic powder, and just give that a good stir. And if y'all are wondering why I'm doing the voiceover, it's because my kids were just playing around and being really loud and crazy. It's summertime, so that's what happens, right? So I figured voiceover is probably better for this. And again, I don't ever really measure seasonings. I just do it with my heart. So I'm going to roast these in the oven at 450 degrees for 25 minutes. And I'm going to be using my Ninja air fryer, but with the grill option, to do the bratwurst as well as the peppers. And so I'm going to set it to the high heat, or I think it's called max heat, for 8 minutes. And so it takes a little while to preheat, so I'm going to go ahead and get that started. So I've sliced up 1 onion and 2 green bell peppers, and I'm going to add them to this bowl here and drizzle with olive oil and season with salt and pepper. And give those a good toss. And we'll throw those on the Ninja grill for, like I said, 8 minutes at max heat. In the meantime, I'm boiling some liquid on the stove here for my bratwurst. So I believe you're supposed to boil them for 20 minutes before grilling them. And my peppers are all done, and potatoes as well. And after those are done boiling, simmering in the pan here, I'm going to put them back on the grill. And I've already preheated that again, but this time it's going to be on low for 10 minutes. And I'm going to flip them halfway through. And this is how they came out. And here's another delicious, easy weeknight dinner. And the final recipe for the week is going to be my oldest son's favorite. That's going to be chicken pot pie. So it's my shortcut version of it, very easy and simple. I'm going to go ahead and put a bag of frozen mixed vegetables into a bowl. And to that I will add a can of cream of chicken soup and give that a good mix. But I forgot to mention, of course, before I mix that all together, I'm going to add some cubed chicken breasts that have already been cooked. Did about a cup and a half of chicken breast, and mix that all really well together. Already greased my pie plate with some butter. I'm going to add a pre-made crust as well as the filling, and then I'll put the other second layer of the crust on top and pinch the edges together. And then you'll want to go ahead and make 4 slits to let the steam escape whenever it's baking in the oven. And we're going to be baking this at 350 degrees for 1 hour. You might have already seen this or noticed this. I use the silicone pie crust covers to keep the crust from burning, and it comes out perfect every time. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it gives you some good meal ideas for the week. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.
Or would you stay till the morning?